this show, we are speaking to an enterprising young adult. He goes by the name of Mr. Derrick Vormawor. He's the founder and CEO of Platinum Africa Solution Limited, the business consultant, a marketing strategist, an author, startup investor, the creator of the 5K Challenge, and also the business startup clinic. Currently based in Germany, where he studies and works as an international marketing strategist, as well as helping organizations in Europe enter various markets in Africa. He was named among the top 30 under 30 Ghanaian entrepreneurs by the Future of G8 UK in 2018, and in 2019 named among top 100 speakers in Ghana. This is the man we're speaking to today on Africa's Next. We're going for a quick commercial break. When we come back, we get into the interview and get deeper into the discussions with our guests for today.
Africa is on the precipice of a breakout onto the world stage in a way and manner that has never happened before. And at Africa's Next, we are poised to enable this advancement. We believe in mentoring the next superpower generation of entrepreneurs to enable them push Africa onto the world superpower stage. At Africa's Next, we are pairing seasoned mentors, industry experts and professionals, policymakers and social change advocates, etc., with upcoming entrepreneurs across Africa to offer mentoring opportunities. Mentees stand a chance to access funding after successfully completing their mentoring program. Join the discussions on our social media handles at Africa's Next XPG on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and be part of our privileged entrepreneurs who get to be mentored by the world's best. Welcome to Africa's Next, mentoring Africa's next superpower generation.
Welcome back from the commercial break, speaking to Mr. Derrick Vormawor. Sir, good evening and welcome to Africa's Next.
Good evening, Macau. Thank you very much for having me.
Okay, good. Hope you're good, Derrick.
Yes, I'm good. I'm good. And yourself?
I'm super fantastic, and I'm honored to interview you today on our show, Africa's Next.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
I've given the simple bio of who Derrick Vormawor is. Tell us more about yourself. Who is Derrick?
I think my bio is as simple as that, like you said, and it's just as simple as it's in the case. But just to add a few to just, some more flesh to what you've said about me. Yes, I am the founder of Platinum Africa Solutions Limited, and I work as a business consultant. I'm the lead consultant in the company. I lead a team of consultants and other professionals in achieving our organizational purpose. Aside that, I also work as an international marketing strategist. So I create campaigns for the European region, for the companies that I work with here in Europe. And I'm also a student. I study. I'm here studying my master program. And I am an author. I have my first book out there called Testing the Paint. It's on Amazon as well. And I have a new book that's coming up called Shoot Them Down. And aside that, I also train entrepreneurs. I have a school online called Paso Founders School. We have entrepreneurs from different parts of Africa enrolling in our foundation course for company founders. I sort of like serve as like a lecturer there. Okay. Yeah, in my own right. And then aside that, yeah, I'm aside everything professional in business, I'm 100% human. I am a son. I am a brother. I am a lover. I am a friend. I'm just this young guy, trying to sup life dry, make the best out of life. And yeah, I'm sometimes I define myself as the young guy from nowhere that God decided to take somewhere. You understand? So yeah, I'm just here living and banging.
I think so far what you have given us is something that a lot of youth out there will emulate and also get to the level we have gotten to. Let's delve deeper into our interview for today. Let's start with yourself. In your own statement, you made it clear that you are a business developer. So in your own words, what is business development and what role is that play relating to entrepreneurship, especially on the African continent?
Yeah, thank you very much for the question. And just before I continue, a lovely greetings to everybody that's watching. Thanks for joining us. And so when it comes to business development, most often I realize that the subject matter in itself is sometimes underrated. Some don't actually understand it properly. They somewhat link it to marketing. in some cases, but when it comes to business development, I mean, it's that function in every organization where you are looking out for new markets, you are exploring potential partnerships, looking out for strategic like implementations, in different markets and different places to ensure the business grows and expands. I mean, that is the goal of every business, to grow and then expand, right? So that is in the most simple terms, that is the simplest way to define or understand what business development is. Now, the role in entrepreneurship is that, I mean, as an entrepreneur, you have an idea, right, to solve a certain problem. Okay, I mean, the reason why you are an entrepreneur is because there's a certain problem that you are passionate about. You have the knowledge and expertise to be able to solve such a problem, right? So that gives a chance for you to start a solution or create a solution, right? Now, when it comes to business development, linking it to entrepreneurship, or how relevant it is without customers, without a market, you don't have a business. You understand? Okay. And the essence of understanding what business development means to your business is to be able to explore these areas when it comes to partnerships, when it comes to markets, understanding the market analysis. So it's the function of business development that will determine that, okay, at this point, we need to explore strategic partnerships in Kenya so that we can be able to serve clients in Kenya. We want to enter new markets. When you say new markets in business, it's not just about it doesn't mean a new business. A new market could be, so if Platinum Africa wants to enter the South African market, that is called a new market, right? If we want to enter Togo, it's a new market. So it's business development that will give us the analysis that, okay, there's an opportunity here for what we can do, what we do, and then we have to enter these new markets. We have to create this partnership. We have to implement this strategy to bring in the clients. So they work hand in hand in this sense. So it's the business development side of business that actually brings in the money and the clients for your entrepreneurial idea or the solution that you created. You understand? Yeah.
I understand perfectly. Talking about that, can you tell us 3 of the most important things African entrepreneurs should know? 3 of the most important things they should know.
Yeah, based on my experience, I always talk from experience. I don't talk about things I've not experienced. Based on my experience, first of all, have a solution to a certain problem that you are aware of, and then you have a connection to, right? I realize that what makes entrepreneurs excel with their businesses is first of all, there's a need for you to have passion, and passion comes from the fact that you come alive when you are doing what you do, and you come alive because you have a connection to it. In the sense of entrepreneurship, you have a connection to a certain problem, right? A certain problem exists, and you have a connection to that problem, which you have a solution for. You understand? So first of all, there must be a problem you have identified, and then a solution that you can render to people to be able to solve that problem. That gives room for you to even become an entrepreneur in the first place. So if you are taking from the basics, make sure that you have a connection to a problem that you can solve, and then you are able and skillful enough to be able to create that solution for that problem. That is the first thing. You understand? And then the second thing for me that new entrepreneurs should understand is the fact that, especially right now, we are in a modern age where people are coming into business for all the wrong reasons. Some want to come and beat competition. You cannot come and beat a competitor who has been here 10 years before you came. It's not possible. It doesn't make sense. And the question is, are we in an era of trying to compete? Are you just coming in to compete? Is that the main reason why you want to enter into business, to compete and make money and go away? No, that is not a strong reason enough. You understand? We need more solutions. We need better solutions. Consumers are continually looking for more. And if you're able to find out the more they are looking for, then it gives you a reason to enter entrepreneurship. You understand? So that is the second thing. I would say, don't come with a competitive mindset, right? Come with a solution or a problem-solving mindset. You understand? So it's still linking even to the first one. Come with a problem-solving mindset. So the mindset is very important. And the third thing I'll talk about is one of the things that I actually faced when I entered into business. I was inexperienced, and at that time there were no much opportunities like now to learn, to get mentored, to develop your skills and the likes, so come prepared. I mean, that's why I wrote my second book. It's called Shoot Them Down. The full title is Don't Be a Newbie, Shoot Them Down. And it's about the fact that, shoot them down. Come in, come hard, or go home. Right now in business, you cannot come and try and error. It is either you come hard, come in to stay, or you go home. You understand? So you have to come and get it right. And to get it right, you need to know. So don't just wake up and think the prestige about entrepreneurship is the fact that you have your own time to yourself. That's a big lie. It's a big fallacy. The fact that you're an entrepreneur doesn't mean that you have much time. I can attest to that. I sometimes the 24 hours is not even enough. You understand?
Very, very
exactly. True. So you have to come prepared, come know your market, the industry you want to go into, know what's happening in the industry, the market you want to enter, know what's happening in the market. Now, there are a lot of resources available online. Come in prepared. Know as much as you can, because you can only do as much as you know. You understand? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's about you having a mindset, that solution mindset, about you having the needed experience before you can come into the industry.
Mm-hmm. If I say experience, it doesn't mean I mean just like work experience per se. But there are a lot of smart ways to learn. You can learn from an interview like this. You can learn from conferences. You can take online courses. You can be mentored. It saves you a lot of stress. You understand? Yeah, because where you want to head to, someone has perhaps been there already. You understand? So, yeah.
So on that, let's talk about some of the constraints, critical constraints for an African entrepreneur. A young person wants to enter the business. What are the constraints that African entrepreneurs face?
Well, the first of them is access to markets.
Okay.
Because right now, most of the industries that most of the entrepreneurs in Africa are entering are already saturated industries, right? Look at this analysis. The reason why there is an influx of players in a particular market is because the market is profitable. And now most of the young generation entrepreneurs enter into business because they think it's a profitable industry. So if you're coming into an already profitable industry, means there are a lot of players in that industry, means the competition is high. So you must come with a high marketing budget. You must come with a lot of funding. And that is one of the constraints most of them would have, that they don't have enough funds. They don't have enough marketing budget, and that is the first one. Secondly, it would also be about having the right team members or people to work with, because you cannot do it all by yourself. You need someone serving as your marketer. You need someone managing your social media, right? That's very important. You need someone doing digital marketing for you. You need someone doing PR for you. You need someone doing accounting work for you. And for a startup, you can't afford to pay people. The question is, how do you get people to do stuff for you? You understand? So it's a major constraint in itself. And sometimes even when you find the people, sometimes it's sad that we have a way we work in Africa. Let me zoom into Ghana. There's a certain way that people work. People usually don't take work so much serious sometimes, especially when it's a new business and it's not theirs. You understand? So it's also a constraint in itself. Sure. And the last constraint that I'll talk about is even the fact that somebody comes into a business that they have low or no experience, about, becomes a major constraint in itself, because they don't know how to play within that industry. I always say business is like a game. You understand? You need to know how to. It's like playing Ludo. When you get the number, you decide which one to move, where to move, and stuff. And that is how business is. And it's one of the key skills in running a successful business is being able to make very strategic business decisions on time. Because usually in business, there is very limited time to work with.
Very, very limited time.
Very limited. You don't have time to say, I'm going to pray about it. It's you. The problem comes, you need to find a solution for the problem ASAP. And usually the people I work with, I always say, don't come to me telling me that, this thing has gone wrong. No, come to me telling me that this thing went wrong. We fix it this way. Exactly. That's how I work. Even here, the way I work, I won't come to tell my boss here that, this person is not able to deliver, or this person is doing that. No. I find the alternative. I fix it before later on. I'll come and tell you that, this is what happened. You understand? So being able to make these decisions on time is also something that people need the skill to do. And usually it's from learning as much as you can. So the fact that most people do not have this knowledge or this experience also becomes a constraint in itself.
Still talking about that, what do you think is lacking in our knowledge base for identifying the right tools to employ in our entrepreneurial approach to market dominance with regards to business growth and development in order to build a profitable business?
Your questions are like master thesis questions.
So you just want to drink every knowledge from you. We just want to bring out every knowledge from you. That's right.
This is like I'm doing a master thesis quiz. Anyway, let me take your question again so I can perfectly understand it.
What do you think is lacking when it comes to knowledge base for identifying the right tools we need to use to build our entrepreneurship skills and also get to levels that we need to get to, basically?
Okay, so when it comes to knowledge, first I will call it the knowledge gaps, right? One of the important things that entrepreneurs need to understand is that right now a lot of things have changed. If you've been reading some books that were written about 10 years ago on business in 2020, you'd have to revise the things you read because things have changed, right? A lot of things have drastically changed. What marketing used to be is not what it is right now. You understand? What as at some time ago, social media marketing was a thing, and then there came a time where digital marketing became a thing, right? But then now here in Europe, what is a thing here much more is influencer marketing. You understand? Influencer marketing has become a bigger thing than the rest of the marketing, even than celebrity marketing. You understand? Because
how is that one? The influencer marketing. How is that one like?
Yeah, so influencer marketing is like basically companies sign on influencers, in different industries, in fashion, in health, in fitness and whatever. And then now they present, like they get their clients, which are like companies like Coca-Cola, companies like, different sort of companies, airlines and stuff, so they basically create campaigns using influencer marketing. So when you have an influencer who has like 1 million followers, right? I mean, it's easy for people to trust what I sell on my page than when an ad appears on their phone.
True.
You understand? Yeah. So it's one of the things that has become a thing over here. You understand? And so realize that things have changed. So now back to the question, and in order to identify the knowledge gaps, what you need to learn and all to be able to position your business strategically and all, first of all, understand the trends. Where have we come from? Right? Okay. And where are we heading to? True. How is the industry doing right now? And what is the projection for the industry? Where could it be heading to? See, some time ago, that was just last year, I did a business plan for a client, and they were establishing a travel and tourism company in Ghana. And then when I was creating my strategies, I mean, off the record, when I was creating my strategies, I was like, what could be the future of tourism? Not knowing the pandemic was going to hit us hard. And I was thinking like, okay, at a point, how about giving people the experience to travel to Dubai, for an example, without being physically in Dubai, through like 3D or like augmented, reality, this thing that people wear and stuff. I was thinking along this way. So imagine the agency has like an office space or a studio where you come in. If you want to go to Indonesia, Bali, yeah, they just fix everything for you. You put it on and sit, and then they take you on the tour.
All of a sudden, you're in Indonesia.
Exactly. And not knowing this pandemic was going to come, and this was how it was actually going to tour. Even though people have not still grabbed it in this way, yeah, those who want this interview may get this idea, but then it doesn't matter, So know the trend, where the industry is heading, right? That would inform you on what to learn right now, or what to drop. Because sometimes I see some people learning some things of old, like reading books that were written back then and trying to apply it now. That's why some people have like a heap of books in their libraries, but still there are no results in their lives. You understand? Because things have changed. And now is the time for us to find our new answers. Now things are becoming much more clear. So we need to find new answers. We need to ask new questions to get new answers. So this is one of the ways to be able to add on, like, identify your knowledge gaps, what you need to know, the soft skills that you need to have. There are a lot of online tools to work with right now, that you need to know so that you can use these things in implementing your business strategies, and then, yeah, you can get results from them.
I think this is as practical as it can be. You are giving us the details on how somebody can survive in this entrepreneurship industry. I think I'm hoping that the mentees and the viewers are fully taking their notepads and pens, and they're writing down a lot because this is very detailed. African entrepreneurs use business development tools to build their businesses and make it more attractive to direct investment for further growth.
Yeah, very good. Now, first of all, one thing that I would like to make clear is every investor, right? I mean, sitting in the seat of an investor, I am more like a startup investor. You know, I'm a newbie investor, I would say. And then I also consult for other investors, you know, helping them to make investment decisions. One thing to make clear is that no investor would want to invest in a business that has no future, first of all.
Okay.
Understand? Because their investment is not in the now when they're investing. It's going to be in the future. So the question I always like to ask people when it comes to their businesses or clients is that ask yourself, whatever business you are running, whatever project you are running, would this still make sense 5 years from now? Would this still make sense 5 years from now? Ask yourself that question. If it won't make sense 5 years from now, let it make sense before you even kick off with it. You understand? So that is one thing people should look out for. The vision, the future, the bigger picture. How big is your picture? Right? How big is the picture? And, you know, if we are going to be more, people have to understand that business is not by luck. Business is not sitting down and hoping things get better. It's not by hope. It's something that's intentional. You model it, right? You need to learn to model your business to become attractive, you know, to foreign investors or even local investors. Whatever thing you are looking for, there's a need for you to model your business so that it's able to stand the test of time. So it's not something that you hope would happen. It's not something that happens naturally. It's like, I mean, if I didn't market Platinum Africa Solutions, nobody would have known about it. I could have sat on it. You understand? It's something you do intentionally. You know, so that is one thing. Have a bigger picture. Ask yourself, what is the bigger picture for this business that I'm starting or I'm running? You know. And then secondly, I always say you can have the best idea, you can have a great team, you can have the best strategy, you can have the nicest of office spaces, you can have the best of endorsements, but if your work ethics suck, you suck. And this is one of the major problems. Yeah, it's very simple. This is one of the major problems we have back in Africa with our entrepreneurs. You know, some of them, especially when it comes to growth, you know, when your business is growing, it becomes challenging because it begins to outgrow you. So if you are not able to catch up with the growth of your own business, you become incapable to run the same business that you started some time ago. You understand? Because the business can grow faster than you. You know, so there's a need for you to know more and do more and better to be able to catch up with that growth. But most often, if your work ethics starts in the sense that maybe, for example, you've been hoping for the business to grow, and business growth is also connected to a growth in market share, means that you are serving more customers. So if more customers are coming to you, the question is, you are selling your business, asking for people to come and then buy from you or hire your services. If you get to have 100 customers in a day, would you be able to serve them? Each and every one of them, are you going to be able to serve them perfectly? Or your work ethics is going to drop, your services quality or product quality is going to drop because of the number. Because if you're not intentional about this thing, when it happens out of the blues, you become overwhelmed. And then now when they call you, you begin to, you know, you are not answering phone calls or you are not delivering on time, and then you're coming up with excuses, and then it becomes excuses, blaming people, you know. And then remember, as your business grows too, you need to make sure your team members are also catching up with the growth. Are they capable enough? Then now you become overwhelmed. Then the whole thing scares you. Then it starts to crash. You understand? So, and no investor would want to put money into such a business.
Well,
and remember, if an investor is putting money into a business, they are not funding a business per se. They are funding you. They are investing in you, the person. A business is just an activity. A company is an entity. A company is made up of people. The entity is made up. It's people that make up the entity. So, and the business is being led by someone. You understand? When you go for an investor pitch, it's not the entire company that goes to pitch. It's you, one person, or two people, or three. You understand? So when the investor is investing in you, in the business, they're investing in the people themselves. So you must show that you can work well, you can work under pressure, because business is pressure. You must show that you can work well with people. If you suck at people, you can't do great business, because every business is in for people. You need people to buy what you sell, period. You understand? So if you are someone who thinks that, oh, for me, I'm reserved, I don't like talking to people, I don't like, no, you can't come into business and expect to still be in your comfort zone. There are some things you will have to stop doing or learn to do if you really want to build a business. I always ask people, like, if you really want to build a thing for real, come hard. Come hard and come get it right. You understand? So this is one of the few things that if our African entrepreneurs are able to put themselves together properly for, they will look more attractive, for investors to say that, okay, these people, they are doing serious business, and I mean, just to add on to it, make sure you have a very solid organizational culture, work culture. So it's very important. Culture is the way of life. And if I mean, there's a reason why a company would feel comfortable to invest in the German market as opposed to the Nigerian market, for an example. You understand? It's because of the way of life, the way business is done, depending on certain conditions, right? So it's the same thing with companies. Have a certain work culture that encourages growth, work culture that helps you to succeed. The way you do things in the business, be very intentional about it. Yeah.
I think one of the things you said that I really like is that when your work ethics sucks, the business sucks. I think it's very, very important, because we have a lot of entrepreneurs where they start their business, they put in a lot of effort. As the business goes on, they lose touch of what they started, the dream and the solution, the problem they wanted to solve, they lose touch of that, and they begin to go sideways, and that affects their business and everybody around them. Still talking about that, how do you see the level of understanding and application of the marketing tools of African entrepreneurs when it comes to a strategic marketing in the 21st century in comparison to the Western counterparts?
Okay. I mean, I like this question because I'm a marketing person now. And I never thought I was going to do marketing like this way. I was in a talk with my dad a few days ago, and we were chatting and we were talking, and he was like, but how did you become like a marketing strategist? Like, how did you get into marketing? Because you didn't study marketing in your bachelor's and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, when I came to Germany, I took a course in international marketing, and I fell in love with marketing right from there. And luckily, I got my first job as a marketing associate, so, and then now like another marketing job came in. So I do more active marketing here, creating campaigns and the likes. Now, I realize our African entrepreneurs are lacking when it comes to this subject matter is people are marketing with flyers, people are marketing with images, people are marketing with different stuff, right? To various stuff that they post on their social media. But what most people have failed to do, and it's one of the most important aspects of marketing for me, is people have not come to understand the essence of creating an entire marketing campaign, like what the Western world does. It's supposed to be an entire campaign. The flyers and the images and videos are just items that you are going to use to convey that campaign, or you're going to use to promote the campaign that you've created, right? So there must be a campaign. Take, for instance, Coca-Cola. There is Share a Coke with. It's a campaign, right? It's a campaign. Nike, Just Do It. It's a campaign. Just do it. Right? It's a full campaign. There are lots of campaigns that have been done. Gillette has their campaign. Nivea has campaigns. So it's a full campaign you create. You understand? Okay. You create a full campaign, write a creative brief, come up with the various things that will have to be involved in there. How you're going to create social media stuff. I mean, currently in my work with, so I started another job with a foundation in London called IB Foundation as a marketing lead. So my first campaign is out there currently, being boosted on social media. But then there's more campaigns that I'm creating here and stuff. And even when we delve into campaigns, there is a commercial campaign. You can create either a commercial campaign or a social marketing campaign. You understand? There are different types. I've actually stated all of these in my book. I've shown people how to even create campaigns, the marketing campaigns, in my new book, which will be coming up soon. So that's one of the major things that they are not grabbing, in terms of what people are doing here, as opposed to what's been done back home. It's one of the things. And then also the fact that, like I said, the consumer's behavior is changing. you cannot create marketing strategies or marketing materials or campaigns without observing and understanding the behavior of the consumers that buy from you. You understand? Because the essence of marketing and advertising is to be able to create a compelling message so that someone will make a positive purchasing decision. You understand? But if their lifestyles are changing or if their behavior towards the things you are selling are changing and you don't realize that, then you'll be fixing square pegs into round holes, right? So you need to understand consumer behavior. Now the question is, how do you understand consumer behavior? When my new book comes out, just try and get one. You understand how to do it.
That's a nice marketing move. A nice marketing move. You believe that we really don't understand the marketing tools that are available to us as Africans. We are not using it to the optimum level that we are supposed to use it. At
all. And Makola, I'll tell you, like, right now from my standpoint as an African and as a marketing strategist, I have embraced my Africanness 100%, right?
Wow.
And for me, creating a marketing campaign is not just about creating a certain message or a series of activities which the consumers know and would relate with. But it's very powerful, yeah? You know, with the marketing campaign, I can actually show the world what it can be. With the marketing campaign, I can change the world. And that's how serious marketing campaigns are. There are some campaigns you see and then you fall in love. You be like, oh, I want to be kind. I want to do better, right? And this is what we have to do as African entrepreneurs. Let's stop copying blindly from the Western world, especially in our marketing materials. We are Africans. There's a story we have. There is a lifestyle we have. There's a certain way we live. We can incorporate all of these things into our campaigns. That's the beauty of culture. That's the beauty of creating something that the world can see and then be like, okay, my mindset about Africa has changed.
It's changed.
You understand? And we have a role to play in that, even as entrepreneurs, as marketing strategists, that even the marketing campaigns you create should show the world what it can be. To show the world what Africa can be. Not just what Africa is, but what Africa can be. What we want, the kind of Africa we are looking for. Do you understand? And these are powerful ways we can actually change each other, people far and near. You understand? With our campaigns, with our marketing, with the tools that we share out there. And that's how powerful what we do is. You know.
Well, as a marketing strategist, what role does your industry play in putting Africa on the world stage in the 20th century?
The role that my company plays is so we are anything up for Africa, right? We have our projects and even part of the campaigns could be projects. I mean, like you see, we have the business startup clinic, we have the Paso business report, you know, as well. We have the 5K challenge that is out there. We have different stuff that we have been working on, right? And if you see our marketing materials and our marketing messages and stuff, I mean, first of all, one of the things that we do, especially most of it in our on our social media, is the location map, Accra, Ghana. Most of it is one of the ways that we one of the things we do on social media, right? Our hashtags, and then also our message, right? Our message is that we are helping people establish solid businesses in Africa, right? I could have said, I mean, it's just about where opportunities are and stuff, but then the focus is on Africa because that is the focus. It's just as simple as that. That is why I have my
also our focus is just about Africa.
Exactly. You know, so it's about time that we put Africa on them. So if you are doing your part, I'm doing my part. That's what we can do. I cannot do everything. My company cannot put Africa on the map entirely. But then you'll be surprised what I do is a way to put Africa out there. One of the things also I think I'm doing personally, you know, in my industry is that actually finding myself in a foreign land. Most of it, like where I work here in Germany, I'm the only African, right?
Oh.
And I get my job done in a way that, I mean, I know I'm being appreciated so much by my bosses. I mean, they really appreciate what I do. And I love working there. I love what I do, you know, and stuff. So it's a way of also showing that, okay, not every African or not every young African is aimless. Not every young African is dumb. Not every young African is timid. Not every young African is scared. You understand?
You're changing the narrative.
Exactly. We need to change the narrative. And for me personally, I don't do it to prove any point. I do it because I can. I do it because there are lots of young Africans out there who can as well. And if I'm able to do it here, it opens the door for another person. You understand? So for me, that's how personally I'm contributing to putting our continent on the map through the work I do, through the campaigns that I create, and through the messages that I put out there.
So as young entrepreneurs, I'm sure a lot of young entrepreneurs are listening to the show. What do you think are the ways we can come together and push Africa forward? Because now that's the main aim, to push Africa forward to the stage where we need it to get to, the world stage where we need to get to. What are the ways and the manners where we can go tactically? What are the things we can do to push Africa to the world stage? First
of all, ask yourself, what is my African dream? Every single entrepreneur in Africa must have an African dream. What is your African dream? Because that's the starting point. If you don't have a dream and a vision, you lead nowhere. Whatever you do leads nowhere. So what is your African dream? And secondly, my dear entrepreneurs in Africa, collaborations over competition. So if you're a fashion brand, your competitor is not the local fashion brand in Ghana. You should be competing with the foreign brands. They are the ones taking the local market. Compete with D&G, compete with H&M. Don't compete with your brother and sister.
Or your sisters at the corner.
Yeah, that is waste of time. If you're a consulting firm, you're not supposed to compete with your local consulting firms. Compete with KPMG, compete with Deloitte. They are the ones capturing the markets in Africa. You understand? Yeah, so collaborations. Let's collaborate. What can we do together? What can we do together to push the Africa agenda forward? You understand? And so for me, these are two major things. And then also, I think the last thing I would add is, I always say it's, you can pour from a glass as much as is in it. You can only pour from a bottle what's in the bottle. And so an empty bottle cannot give any sort of content out of it. I cannot walk into a bank or go to an ATM machine to withdraw money that I don't have in my account. You understand? So the question is, as we are pushing the Africa agenda forward, as we are pushing the mark, making sure that the world knows that, hey, there's more to Africa than what people see. The question is, if people come to encounter you, is there really more to you as a person than what they've thought about the rest of Africans? Because if there's nothing more to you, if you are the same, you are like a regular person, you know literally nothing or very little, and people are having conversations outside, you don't expect them to think that there is more to you when you can't give more to the table. You understand? So it's important for African entrepreneurs to know that as you are pushing the Black agenda or the African agenda, make sure you are equipped. Make sure you have a voice. Make sure your voice has been sharpened. Make sure you have gone through a cornmeal. You are prepared. Make sure you are ready to put something more to the table. Because once you make a noise, you make noise about wanting a seat at the table. Make sure that when you are giving the seat at the table, you can call the shots.
Call the shots.
Yeah.
Wow. It's simple. Make sure when we get the seat at the table, we can call the shots. Let's talk about PASL. That's Platinum Africa Solution Limited. What is the dream for Africa relating to your company? And I know you have been in some country. What country have you been in? And what is the project? Where do you want to see the company go?
Yeah. So for me, I live for PASL. The way I call it is PASL. And PASL is like it's a bridge. I call it a bridge. Okay. There are a lot of people out there with great business ideas, right? And there are people who want to do business in Africa. We are like a bridge, right? So we bridge the gap. We bridge the gap between great business ideas and then a great business. We bridge the gap between your business dream of entering the African market to making it happen. You understand? And for us, our purpose is helping these businesses to become profitable, grow and expand, right? Starting right, going right and expanding right. That is our purpose and that's our dream as a company. So even me being here in Germany, I now have like people in the diaspora, people from different countries here in Europe who are Africans and want to establish back home, come to me for consulting. They come to us for consulting, right? And for me, that's the purpose. Actually, when I started Platinum, that was a dream that we get people outside the country who want to start business right and run their businesses and stuff back home, making sure that people come and do business back home, the right way. You understand? So for me, I think that purpose is being achieved. We are still on it. We have never stopped. You understand? And that is our contribution to the African continent. Because if we are we are here making noise and channeling people back into the continent doing business. They are come to employ people. People, I mean, they will pay taxes, you know, they will contribute to the economy and it grows. And then we also pay taxes and all of those things. And we also help in the economy to grow, creating employment and opportunities for people as well. So I think, yeah, I think that we are not just spectators, we are citizens of Africa. So that's what we've been doing. You know.
So how many countries have you been in so far relating to Africa? How many countries have you worked in?
No, I've not been to so much countries in Africa yet. Okay. I used to do some business in Kenya before I moved to Germany. Okay. But then I have clients in different parts of Africa, clients in South Africa, clients in Nigeria, clients in Kenya, clients in some other parts. And most of the clients have not met me before. That's the amazing thing about what we do at Paso. Most of our clients have not met me before. You know, but then they've been our clients for years. Yeah. Okay.
So if you're not joining us, we are speaking to the CEO of Platinum Africa Solution Limited. He's the CEO of the company. He's given us the details of how Africans, or the tactical know of Africans, can move from the level, find themselves to the highest level, that's the world stage.
Africa is on the precipice of a breakout onto the world stage in a way and manner that has never happened before. And at Africa's Next, we are poised to enable this advancement. We believe in mentoring the next superpower generation of entrepreneurs to enable them push Africa onto the world superpower stage. At Africa's Next, we are pairing seasoned mentors, industry experts and professionals, policymakers and social change advocates, etc., with upcoming entrepreneurs across Africa to offer mentoring opportunities. Mentees stand a chance to access funding after successfully completing their mentoring program. Join the discussions on our social media handles at Africa's Next SPG on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and be part of our privileged entrepreneurs who get to be mentored by the world's best. Welcome to Africa's Next, mentoring Africa's next superpower generation.
If I might not be wrong, I think this year has been a year that we have had, arguably one of the biggest pandemic the world has seen in a very long time. That's COVID-19.
That's right.
Can we talk about the response to how the world handled COVID-19? Do you think we handled it well?
Okay, in a perspective from I saw how things went here, right? And also I saw I see how things have been done in Ghana. I still see how things have been done here. I think Germany is one of the countries in the world, if not the best, really handled this pandemic very well, you know. And I realized something with the people here in Germany, like people here are all involved in making the country stable. You know, when the lockdown order came, nobody was dramatic about it. People just went, I mean, they adhered to it. You understand? They listened. People did, I mean, if you didn't have anything important in town to do, people barely came out, right? And the nose mask order, we've been adhering to it since it was introduced till now. Even though things are much better here, we still wear nose masks in the buses. If you're not wearing it, you can't take the bus. If you're not wearing it, you can't enter a shop. You understand? And people are adhering to the social distancing as well and stuff. And for me, I see that aside the fact that the government has handled this well, the people themselves, the citizens themselves, have collaborated with the government, you know, to see that this is a very serious situation, and they all handled it really well. But as compared to what's happening in Ghana, okay, we see what's happening on the internet, right? We see on social media, people were making a lot of fuss about it. People were making a whole lot of fuss about lockdown, and I'm like, okay, nice, interesting. But then those are the differences that you see. I like how Germany really has handled this situation. Yeah, I really, really like how they've done. They've made this place feel more safe even for all of us internationals. You know, they think about people first, right? Even there are people who came here to visit, and their visas have expired, and they had to go back home. But because of the lockdown, they've allowed all of them to stay in here. You know, I mean, they think about the human lives first than any other thing. Yeah, you understand? Yeah, there were funds that were distributed across to international students who lost their student jobs because of the lockdown and stuff. Help them exactly. There were rules that no landlord should eject anyone who is not able to pay their rent and stuff. Yeah, so I mean, it's like they really have put things properly, together to make sure they combat this situation.
The issue here is that before even the COVID-19 the virus hit Africa, there were talks that Africa were not really prepared to try to welcome the virus. Do you think after it hit Africa, do you think there would have been a better way we could have treated this virus? Was there a better way we could have worked?
Certainly, because this virus started even from Germany before it came to Ghana, for an example. Right, so Ghana knew about it. You saw what was happening on the internet, but I don't know why they didn't close the borders on time. I'm sure Ghana may not have recorded any case. I'm pretty sure if you had just done this like on time, you understand. And then now then the next issue was, I mean, I saw in the news one of the ministers or something who had it. Said he wanted to go out to take fresh air and went to have. I mean, why? Like, why? Like, how is this even possible?
The mindset.
I'm a political person, but how is this even possible? The people that we are supposed to look up to get things. That this is a deadly disease. This is killing people here. Do you understand? And so, and for me, I think that I really think that honestly, I'm not trying to be hard, but for Ghana to get to where they've got to with the virus. It was their choice, really. It was their choice.
And this virus didn't come alone. It came with the collapse of a lot of businesses. Do you think entrepreneurs in the country could have found a better way of maintaining or sustaining their businesses than letting it collapse?
In Ghana, right now, like a lot of things are moved digital. So when I started Platinum, let me tell you something. When I started Platinum, right, I had the choice to either invest money into having an office space, okay, and run like a brick and mortar office. But I was like, you know what about if like I'm not in the country or I have to hire talent who don't live in the country? How would we be able to work? And I was like, let me invest more on digital space, right? So we took it like our physical office, our office space is our website. Do you understand? Okay. And then I created a digital work culture. So since like back then, we have been working remotely in Platinum. You understand? We have been working remotely in Platinum. So when this pandemic came, it really didn't hit us like as much exactly because we had already moved along with the digital space. But back in Ghana, there are lots of digital tools that most Ghanaian entrepreneurs don't know. First of all, they don't know. Yeah. So it became quite hard for them to make that switch. Zoom only became popular in Ghana quite recently.
Yes,
but Zoom has been here for a very long time. You understand? We've been using Zoom here often and stuff. Yeah, so these are some of the things we are talking about. We're not prepared. And also like the challenges when it comes to digital space, internet and all of that in Ghana is quite a problem. So yeah, but I think people are learning, people are catching up, and things will definitely get better.
For Puzzle, your work that you interact with a lot of clients, businesses, a lot of individuals, stakeholders who make sure what you do benefit you or benefit them. During this COVID-19, was there any there's a constraint with your activities, how you related to them, and how did you work towards your staff, how did you really relate? How was the workforce like? Yeah,
so when it comes to our clients, I mean, we had to check up on clients. We also had clients calling us, so that we know that, okay, has this thing affected you in any way? How is business going? You understand? We need to come up with a better strategy and stuff. Yeah, so we've been doing that. Some of our clients, actually, one of our clients in South Africa, for example, this was a very good season for him, and now we are bringing him to Ghana to start a factory. The factory is supposed to be employing about 1,000 people when it's established.
Wow.
It's a manufacturing company. So, I mean, that's like a good time for him to, you understand, because now they're going to ban the importation of like most of these second-hand clothes and stuff. And that opens a bigger opportunity for his company as well. So some of our clients actually, one of our clients also in Kuwait, they run something called the digital store GH. I don't know if you know, but then this has been a very hot season for them as well, as in like good hot. people are buying their gift
Okay.
cards, game cards and stuff online and all of those stuff. Yeah, so now we are even about to develop a plan for them to expand. You understand? So yeah, so most of our clients have been doing quite well, because most of it, the business plans that we brought for clients at Platinum Africa Solutions, we show the industry, we try to get an analysis of what the industry could look like and how they can position themselves right from the start, towards it. So like, take for example this travel and tour company I was telling you about. If they had implemented the idea that I gave them about the augmented reality thing, yeah, they may have been making a lot of money right now. Yeah, you understand? Yeah, so that's that. And now with the team, so because I realized that things have changed, what we did was, even before COVID, I think somehow God has a way of talking to me in business. Even before COVID, when we did our annual reports last year, we did quite well, and then the HR and us, we all decided that this year, at least half yearly, every staff must take a digital course, which is paid for by the company. So we pay for you to go and then do the course, bring the certificates, so that you can also have, your appraisal done, and so that you are growing as a consultant or as a team member. You understand? So I had my social media guy take a course in like digital marketing. One of our consultants have taken a course in market research. So like developing the team, towards the growth where we are heading to. So making sure that we are investing now in the team members. So yeah, we catch up on our calls on Zoom often. We plan our projects and stuff, and yeah. Aside that, I also have a very personal relationship with most of the people in my team. So we talk, we check up on each other and make sure we are working together even amidst this COVID, so that we can still be solid.
So I'm sure after the lockdown is over, you still continue to stick to working through the digital system, not probably going to an office.
Yeah, we've always done this. For me, we've always done this, and just that in Ghana, sometimes when I'm in Ghana, we work from a co-working space, because most of our work is done remotely. Most of our work, sometimes we have to go to client's location, or sometimes you just want to work by the beach side, you just want to work by a pool side. I want to give people the freedom to work from any place they want to work from and still get paid for it, So,
should it continue? Not your company, I'm talking about in general. Should entrepreneurs use that opportunity to learn on how to work, not probably from a confined workspace? Should it continue after COVID-19?
Yes, this is the new normal. This is the future we've been talking about back then. It's here, and it's even going to get more intense. You understand? At a point, a lot of things are going to move digital. You understand?
Okay.
And so you need to position yourself for it. It's either that or nothing.
How effective will it be working from home? How effective will it be? You wake up from bed, you still go to your office, you still in your room. You have the tendency of going back to the bed even when you have no place from work. How effective will it be?
Personally, I'm very effective with working from home. Because I have my task, I write my tasks. I always say on Sundays I schedule my calendar, what I'm supposed to do, the course I'm supposed to have, and our virtual office assistant or our virtual office administrator has access to my calendar here. So what she does when there are any calls to schedule, she schedules them. I see them on my calendar. I accept or decline if it's not suitable, and then I plan my task for every company that I work with, here. So I know that I'm supposed to create these things during this week. I schedule. If you've got work to do, that's going to put food on your table. You don't joke with it. You understand? Because the bed is not going to pay the bills. You understand? So, and for me, it's about staying disciplined. And there are times that I was in a conversation with Sharon the other time. I was telling her that working from home can give you a lot of pressure too. One day I was so much under pressure. I was creating a campaign and I was not meeting the deadline because the company I work with in London, for example, we are a very international team. At the time, I had a lady who was doing our landing page for the campaign who was in Bangladesh. The one who was working on the video campaign was in London. The voice of artist was in the US, and the Facebook campaign was in Jamaica. So I had to liaise with all of these people. So like there was a lot of pressure. And like at a point, I remember I went into the loo with my laptop. Even when I had to just relax myself, I was working on a laptop that day, but I was working from home. but still getting the job done. It's a choice. It's discipline. And if it's going to put money on your table, if it's work, it's work. It doesn't matter where you find it.
So we're having an interesting interview with the CEO of Platinum Africa Solution Limited. We are going for a quick commercial break. When we come back, we continue with the interview. We go deeper into his entrepreneurial skills and also learn a lot from him. We are coming back after this commercial break.
Africa is on the precipice of a breakout onto the world stage in a way and manner that has never happened before. And at Africa's Next, we are poised to enable this advancement. We believe in mentoring the next superpower generation of entrepreneurs to enable them push Africa onto the world superpower stage. At Africa's Next, we are pairing seasoned mentors, industry experts and professionals, policymakers and social change advocates, etc., with upcoming entrepreneurs across Africa to offer mentoring opportunities. Mentees stand a chance to access funding after successfully completing their mentoring program. Join the discussions on our social media handles at Africa's Next XPG on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and be part of our privileged entrepreneurs who get to be mentored by the world's best. Welcome to Africa's Next, mentoring Africa's next superpower generation.
Welcome back from the commercial break. He's still live on Africa's Next. We're speaking to Mr. Derrick Vormawor. He's the CEO of Platinum Africa Solution Limited. So welcome back from the commercial break.
Thank you very much, Marco.
Let's get down to Puzzle. Tell us more about it.
Yeah, so Platinum Africa Solutions Limited was started in 2015 with a Rode laptop. I'm not exaggerating. It's not like the usual motivational speakers out there saying that. That's the truth. That was the asset I had. I borrowed my best friend's laptop, and I started a company right from there with little or no experience. At the time when I started out, I just loved investments, right? So I used to be a banker, actually. And I lost my job. And then when I was finding myself again, I decided to pursue this thing that I was passionate about business, about investments. So I started off as an investment consultant. And I didn't make any money out of it. Honestly, I made nothing out of it because I didn't even know how to charge people for that. It was something I loved to do, just to tell you that, okay, I'll help you manage your investment portfolio. Put money here, put money there. I'll make the moves for you and stuff. Yeah, so it was just one time someone asked for a business plan. And when I was able to work on it, I was like, cool, I can do this. You understand? And then I started doing it. And then that was how Platinum Africa Solutions started. So even those works I did, I used a Broad laptop, to do those works. And yeah, and then so that was in 2015. And now we are a business consulting firm. We help companies to strategize, organize, and globalize. We help them to become more profitable, grow and expand. Yeah, so Platinum Africa Solutions helps businesses, to strategize, organize, and globalize in Africa. We actually help them to become profitable, grow and expand. You understand? We have services like business plan development. We do proposals. We do market research. We do organizational performance audits. We do corporate training as well. Now we have the Paso Founders School, which is for company founders and business managers to come and learn some foundation courses. My courses with the Founders School. So this is what we did with the Founders School. So the Founders School courses, which is the first course, which is popular out there, is the foundation course for company founders. They are actually some of the chapters in my new book that I converted into courses, right? Yes. So we just graduated the second cohort that was yesterday, Wednesday. And then, the next class is going to be in September, I think. And we also have the Paso Business Report, where we share insights on what's happening in Ghana. We have our first report that is out there. People are downloading a lot on our website for free. It's a report we did on everything you need to know about taxes for startups in Ghana. So if you go on our website at www.paslglobal.com, you can go to the download section and download for free, right? You have access to that report. So we'll be doing more of such reports as well. And then, we have other small projects like our events, the Business Startup Clinic, which is also supported by Access Bank W. And we have the 5K Challenge, also supported and sponsored by Code 57 and Access Bank W as well. And we are here doing business as usual, and helping entrepreneurs to become better. Yeah.
we don't only operate in Ghana and we don't only operate in Africa. You have a combination of operating in Africa, Ghana, Africa, and also some parts of Europe. Tell us, which parts of this world, of the world, have you made the most impact?
I think our impacts are visible in the businesses of our clients, right? Okay. So for us, it's not just about being confined in a geographical area to say we are most impactful here. It's about the results from our clients' businesses. So if our clients in wherever they are located are getting results, that's the impact that we are making. And because of the digital space, we are exposed to a lot of people in different countries. You understand? Yes. So it will be hard to tell which part we have made the most impact, but obviously, because our focus is in Africa, most importantly Ghana, yeah, I think that we are getting stronger in the Ghanaian market, because that is where we are legally registered, and operating, as a company.
And from what we've heard from you throughout the interview, you have made it clear that you are creating a mutually beneficial entrepreneurship between European markets and African markets. And also, as an average entrepreneur, your efforts have been relentless in this regard. Can you tell us some more about the opportunities that are available in Africa for the Europeans, and also what we Africans are not really seeing? Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, I always say that Africa is rich. Why? Because there are lots of problems in Africa. And every one of these problems poses a business opportunity for people to be able to start a business. And that is what most of the Europeans are seeing. Africa needs a lot more manufacturing, industry or manufacturing companies entering that industry, because we need made in Ghana ketchup. We need made in Ghana, we need made in Ghana technological equipment. We need made in Ghana cars. We need made in Ghana, name them. So we really have a long way to go. And we need a lot more stuff coming from Africa to the rest of the world. There are lots of people, companies in the international market buying from Africa. So if you're able to find some of these raw materials that people want internationally, it can be a business opportunity for you. And now adding value to these raw materials can also be another opportunity for you. So you realize that there are lots of opportunities available, right? And most people are not seeing it like the way an investor would, or the way a smart entrepreneur would. And that is one of the problems that has brought us to where we've got to as a continent, in terms of our economy and all of that, because we've not harnessed on our abilities to develop various sectors that will bring us money. If you look at the international, the European market, for example, they produce most of their things here, and then they sell to us. It doesn't make sense for we to sell cocoa to an international manufacturer and import chocolates, right? We import literally most of the things in Ghana. Most of the things are imported, whilst we can make them. It's high time Ghanaians on its own, Ghanaians should stop doubting made in Ghana products. Ghanaians should start buying their own things. They should start eating their own. If you go to Kenya, Kenyans eat most of the things they produce. They are made in Kenya sausages. They are made in Kenya fresh milk. They are made in Kenya stuff, and they buy what they make. You understand? Yeah, and anything foreign, people like it in Ghana, but when it's local, even if it's of better quality, they doubt it. And then we blabbing and preaching about people starting businesses. You understand? So yeah, that's one of the things we have to be very careful of.
From the onset of our conversation, you have constantly been talking about growth. Tell us something that you did, that's a puzzle, something that you did from the inception, that now you are doing it differently, that entrepreneurs who are listening to us can learn from, so that they can have a healthy competition against those from other parts of the world, from the East and the West.
Yeah, that's right. But then one of the things also is, even the way we used to draw business plans, it was very boring. But now we use a different approach. I can't sell my secret recipe out there, but we use a different approach. That is working.
Just a little one, just a little bit.
Yeah, as little as it was a different approach, a new strategy. The kind of way we put together our business plans for clients, that works for them, and that also appeals. It's appealing to the readers or the investors who have to read these plans, right? And then also one of the things that I'm doing differently right now is how I manage my team, right? Okay. How I manage my team. Like I said, right now I'm investing a lot more in the team members. and also spending time closely mentoring some of them, making sure that they can take on this. The question is, if I'm not there, will Pastor will still be there? That is where I'm heading to. You understand? Because I can't start this whole company and then when I'm not there, it comes down. That is not how to build a legacy. You know, it should keep running. And I like what we are doing right now. Like our event, for example, now the Business Startup Clinic is not just organized by Platinum any longer. We have licensed it to other organizers in different places.
Wow.
So now there's something called the Business Startup Clinic Plus, which is an individually or independently organized event. You know, so we have an edition happening in August from Takrady. We have an organizer in Takrady who is organizing their first edition.
Okay.
Yeah, in August. You know, it's by Corporate French. It's a company called Corporate French, and
Okay.
they have been licensed. They have been licensed to organize it now. So yeah, so the thing is going on without me being personally involved, and I've done nothing on that. There's an event that those decisions and stuff. So those are the things that we've done differently, and yeah, I think our vision has also evolved. You know, so we are heading to a better place right now.
In general, do you think Africans, we really understand the concept of entrepreneurship? Do you think we do? And what do you think are the reasons why entrepreneurship on the continent is not living to expectation? Why can't we compare ourselves to those from other parts of the world? If you can give us examples of reasons why we are not making it as entrepreneurs on the African continent, I'm very glad.
First of all, I think Africans really understand entrepreneurship.
Okay.
We are smart people. We are very smart people. And secondly, we don't need to compare ourselves with anybody in terms of entrepreneurship or whatever it is we do. We just need to own up and own the paths that we are creating for ourselves in this whole entrepreneurship thing. We need to create our own standards. Maybe sometimes the comparisons don't help us because we can never ever compare ourselves with how things are done here. We can never be white. We can never ever. You understand? But we can be black and beautiful, and we can be black and powerful. You understand? And we need to create our own standards. You know, what is the kind of standards we want for ourselves? And we need to create that standard that possibly even surpasses what the Western world has. Because the Western world is what it is because of how they are likely maybe their forefathers laid some foundations down for them and stuff. So we can't compare our situation with them. And whatever it is happening in Africa that we are finding solutions to, we Africans can do it better because we are in the problem. We know how it feels like to be African. Nobody else can write our story. Nobody can come and write our history. We know it. We know what we are going through, and we can do it better. So I think, yeah, we understand entrepreneurship. We just need to work hard. That's all. We need to take things serious. And then let's create our own standards. So I won't sit here to say that we are really not doing well. I think we are doing great, especially this generation and the ones popping up. I'm sure it will even be better. Our kids' time will be massive. You understand? But we are trying to lay that foundation that wasn't laid down for us previously, so that when our kids come, they'll have a better platform to do greater stuff.
So how and where do you see Africa in the next 5 to 20 years generally with regards to the role of entrepreneurship in creating thriving and prosperous economies?
I'm not sitting here to talk like a motivational speaker or anything of that sort, but I am very, very, very optimistic about what Africa is going to become between the next 5 to 20 years. I know for a fact that things will be like how it is right now, because Africans are like, we have this light. It just needs, sometimes it needs a darkness to shine brighter. But when we begin to shine, we are unstoppable. When we begin to shine, we are unbeatable. We are like a threat to a lot of people. And if we own up to what we are and be comfortable for being who we are as Africans, there's nothing that we can't do. If we bring our minds together, if we support each other, if we work seriously, if we stop complaining, if we stop being selfish, if we start being honest and trustworthy, even to ourselves, Africa will become the place, because I think Africa is a new international. In the next few years, everybody's going to look at Africa. Already they are looking at Africa because that is where the place is, that is where the gold is, that is where everything is. right? So it's left to us to really build this mark and create this sustainable path, so the future will be beautiful and our kids and us will be comfortable in the kind of Africa that we all dream to have. Yeah.
They believe that the future will be beautiful if we can build ourselves or empower ourselves to get a seat on the high table. You're still live on Africa's Next. We're going for a quick commercial break. When you come back, we talk about mentoring. That'll be the last part of our conversation with the CEO of Platinum African Solution Limited. Stay tuned. You're back after this.
Africa is on the precipice of a breakout onto the world stage in a way and manner that has never happened before. And at Africa's Next, we are poised to enable this advancement. We believe in mentoring the next superpower generation of entrepreneurs to enable them push Africa onto the world superpower stage. At Africa's Next, we are pairing seasoned mentors, industry experts and professionals, policymakers and social change advocates, etc., with upcoming entrepreneurs across Africa to offer mentoring opportunities. Mentees stand a chance to access funding after successfully completing their mentoring program. Join the discussions on our social media handles at Africa's Next XPG on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and be part of our privileged entrepreneurs who get to be mentored by the world's best. Welcome to Africa's Next, mentoring Africa's next superpower generation.
Derrick, welcome back from the commercial break.
Thank you very much, Michael.
Apart from you being an awesome entrepreneur, you're also a good writer. We have a good opportunity to see some of your books, and one of your books, that's the first book, that's Testing the Paint, Role 1, going into a role of the CEO. Was a massive success. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, I released that book in 2018, May, it was launched in 2018 May, and it was well received in Ghana. I did quite like a lot of interviews on the book. I got a lot of opportunities, speaking engagements, because my book was being sold most places. I actually sold all the hard copies that were printed before I came to Germany in September that year. And now, like, it's on Amazon, right? It's on Amazon. So, and then I decided to do with the Amazon sale was that with whatever revenue I get from the Amazon platform for selling my book, I donate a part of it into a fund to help make other authors' dreams come true. So because I went through the process of struggling to be able to publish my first book, and I know how it is like if you don't have the money, So I want to set aside a certain fund that I can also help publish some lucky author one day soon, and make their writing dreams come true. So that's one thing that I'm doing with the book one, and then still people are buying it. I hardly market it, but people ask for it, and they get to buy it on Amazon, the ebook. You understand? And so basically, it was a great success. It was. It's one of the things I still read up to now. Sometimes I read, and then I still get a few things, from it and all. And I just realized one thing I shared in the book. This was in 2018. In the book on page 27, I talked about the principle of expansion, right? The principle of expansion. And I even stated there that I think I delved into digital stuff, and then I gave a practical exercise where people were supposed to develop a virtual penetration strategy for their businesses or projects. So even at that time, we were thinking, in case things move like this, are you going to be able to capture the virtual, space and stuff? So these are some of the essence of reading things like this, right? And it's the book. It's a physical book.
Wow. 2 years on, now you're about releasing a new book, of which a lot of business and personalities just can't wait to review the new book. And the title of the book is Shoot Them Down.
Yeah, shoot them down.
Why shoot them down?
We are shooting all the wrong things that you possibly wouldn't realize they are wrong until you do them in business, right? And for me, the full title is Don't Be a Newbie, Shoot Them Down. Okay. And this is the first place I'm ever going to talk about the book, because it's going to be released next year actually to the general public, but then this year it will be out for private reviews from some organizations and very important individuals who are going to review the book. And one of them is the Association of African Universities. They are waiting to review the book as well.
That's huge.
Yeah, that's a great thing. And the book is, the book entails various modern strategies, real strategies, practical tips, insights to build a solid organization from scratch. You understand? I've developed tools in there. I've developed tools like the business model matrix, which is being used by entrepreneurs even here in Europe. I've developed various strategies of creating a marketing campaign. I've developed ways of entering different markets, like creating your target audience, exploring markets like the B2B market, B2C. It's like that manual that you need to be able to create like a solid business from scratch, even how to build your team from scratch. I've shared it in there, which is one of the major challenges of businesses. I've shared what I've done, what people have done that I know or I've helped them do, and put all of this together in the book. So it's like you are coming in to start a business, or even if you are reviewing your existing business, you are doing it and coming in hard. Like it's like shooting them down is you can interpret it in your own way. And I think that's one thing about my book titles. There was testing the paint, and they shoot them down. You understand? So you interpret your own ways that, but then the core concept is that I wouldn't want to see businesses, especially those in Africa, die out because of some lack of strategies and information, and this is what I've done. If somebody had written such a book 5 years ago when I started my business, I wouldn't have made some mistakes that I did. So now that I know better, I wouldn't make someone make that mistake again. Yeah.
We just can't wait to read the new book when it comes out, hopefully next year for the public.
Yeah, certainly.
So, Derrick, you're one of the mentors for Africa's Next, and we solicited your help to help young entrepreneurs wanting to go into business development, marketing, and branding. What do you bring to the table?
I bring authenticity to the table. I bring my expertise, my experience. I bring my knowledge. I bring my spirit. I bring my network. I bring my positive vibes on the table. It's with me everywhere I go, right? And I bring a reliable relationship. I have people I mentor already privately, and if you are someone I call my mentee, really, then there's a relationship I have with you. Yeah, because I can talk to my mentees. When we start, we talk. I have a WhatsApp group for my mentees as well. Sometimes we catch up on conference calls. You understand? I mentor people in different places. I have some in Switzerland, some in Ghana, some in different places. Yeah, so where we catch up and stuff, we have that relationship, right? And it's the same thing I'll bring to the table at Africa's Nest. The mentoring program that you've created, and yeah, basically helping these entrepreneurs find themselves. For me, it's not just about business. It's about the human part of the person, finding themselves, being comfortable with who they are, especially owning up for what they stand for as Africans, right? And then being able to shine bright and not dim their light for anybody in any instance.
So what do you expect the upcoming entrepreneurs to know better to equip them for this industry?
Yeah, I think they should humble themselves to sometimes unlearn to relearn. No matter how much you think you know, there's always a lot more you don't know. So, and the more you learn, or the more you know, the more you can do. The more you can do, the more needed you are. The more needed you are, the more relevant you can become. You understand? So they need to really be humble to learn as much as they can. They need to be willing to collaborate. Collaborations. We are stronger when we are together. They need to be able to also innovate. Don't be doing the same old things in 2020 or the years after. Come with something new. Come with something better. Take this business thing serious. Like I said, I used to think that it took the government to change the world. I used to think that it took rich people to have a voice. I used to think that it took celebrities to become important and to be able to change the world. But getting to this point of my life, I realized that we can change the world with our businesses. I can change the world with my business. I can change the world with my campaigns. I can change the world with every single thing I do, my book. So if I can change the world with every single thing I do, and you can change the world with every single thing you do, imagine if we are all doing something meaningful. Then that's how we make the world a better place. Because the problem has not been with the world. The world has never been a bad place. It's the people who have made the world what it has become right now. So if we are going to fix it, then we need to fix ourselves. You understand? And for entrepreneurs, don't think just about this side of things, but also think about what you as a person are bringing to the table. Yeah.
So still on this, one thing Africa Next we are doing is that we are pairing young entrepreneurs with established ones like yourself, so they can mentor them and put them in the direction or in the right path, so that we can take Africa to the world stage. What should the mentees that will come to our social media page to choose you? What should they expect from you?
Yeah, I mean, they should expect someone who is real. I mean, I'm not a two-faced person. I'm not something here and then another thing there, right? And for me, it's about connections. If I don't have a connection with you, I can't do anything with you, right? And I connect with people who are true to themselves. I connect with people who are honest, who are humble, who are willing to learn, people who are open-minded. Right? You understand? And that is what you see most often in my captions and stuff on my, especially on my, I'm more active on my Instagram, right? On my Instagram. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, you should expect someone who is not boring. Like, I mean, I like to look good. I like dressing. Sometimes they say I'm prima, but I just like to look good. So yeah, I mean, it's not always about business on my page. Sometimes, I mean, I share some life quotes, life experiences and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I'm just real. Like it is me. It is what is there, and that's what you get. So if you come expecting to see someone who's always in suit, I'm sorry, you'll be disappointed. You know, because I don't joke with my sneakers, especially my white sneakers. I don't joke with them, right? I adore white sneakers. And like, I'm sure one day when I'm 50, we walk into my office and you see me in short sneakers and a polo shirt. Yes. You understand? Yeah. So, but basically, expect someone who understands this and someone who is living. That's it. I'm living.
Derrick, I would love to say that this has been an educative interview that we have had today on the show. We are much grateful. We are wrapping up on today's show. This time is when you do what you know how to do best. As a marketing person, tell us more about Pastor, how we can contact you, the website, your various social media platforms, and yourself. Just do what you know how to do best.
Okay, I think if you watch today's interview, you may have known a lot more about what we do, like I said. But if you want to get in contact with Platinum Africa Solutions Limited, go to our website www.paslglobal.com. www.paslglobal.com. Our company's phone number is on our homepage. When you see it big there. You can call Akuba, who is our office administrator. She's going to pick up and listen to you nicely and connect you to the necessary person that you need to talk to. And then also for social media, Platinum is on Instagram at PASL Global, right? At PASL Global. And on Facebook is Platinum Africa Solutions Limited. My personal page is Derrick _Insuraba. Derrick is DE, that's on Instagram, DERRICK _ Insuraba, NHYIRABA. And on Facebook is Derrick Vormawor. You can like my Facebook page, Derrick, DERRICK Vormawor, VORMAWOR, right? LinkedIn as well is the same thing, Derrick Vormawor. Watch out for my new book. My new book is going to be open for pre-order soon this year, before it's out to the general public next year. So you can get a better price for when it's out for pre-order. And then when you pre-order, you can get a signed copy, from me as well. Be one of the first people to get it. And I will give all the information to Africa's Next as well when it's out. So you'll be able to sign up for your pre-order book and stuff. Basically, if you want me for anything, an event or consulting work, I mean, please do connect with me on my Instagram or stuff. I'm very fast on Instagram. If you DM me, I can see it faster. I don't chat a lot more on Facebook often. I don't use Facebook Messenger, so sometimes I'm slow there. But Instagram, you get me anytime, any day, right?
Derrick, we want to say we are grateful for joining us today on Africa's Next.
Thank you. You're always welcome. It's a pleasure being here. And keep the
great. It's a pleasure also. It's a pleasure interviewing you today on the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So today we spoke to Mr. Derrick Vormawor. He's the founder and CEO of Platinum African Solutions Limited. He's a business consultant and marketing strategist, an author, a startup investor, and the creator of 5K Challenge, and also a business startup clinic. That's what Africa's Next for you today.